90. Wolf. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Shoot. Shoot. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You can't sit. You can't block me. Check your hot read. 50. Ready.
Throwing again. Love.
Here we go.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go. 58 for Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. 58, boys. 58 for Mike.
Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Vikings.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Rosen. And this one complete to Smith. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rosen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Let's go, defense. Hard. He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Move. Back.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Carl Nassib came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rosen to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On third down, Rosen. It's caught. Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Get him! Exit! Pilot, 64, weak! Mike 58, right there. I'm coming! 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. I'm on.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Love. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. The pitch back, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw on second down. Love setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw on third down. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, it's Rosen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check safety, check safety.
On first down, McFarland. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rosen. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Minnesota. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
If he keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Defense, let's get off the field, defense.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. But now it's 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rosen looking to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rosen will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Crunch time, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 58's the money. 58's the money. Go, go. Ricky.
58, right over there.
there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Nice 7, let's go. Jet, 7.
Back to throw. Love. He lets this one fly toward the back. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I got you. I got you.
Now Rosen on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on second down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Love. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed?
Through an opening, and there he goes. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First down, Minnesota.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Check.
They run. Cook. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And now it's Rosen looking. It's complete to Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Complete, Smith has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Middle. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, alert. Check 3.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, Rosen. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. On 3rd and 2. Love. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6.
First and 10.
From the gun, Love. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 4th down, Love. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. They run it again with Cook. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10.
Oh, look at the juke. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 44.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Love. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the interception, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check 50. Check 50. Check 13. Check 13. Check.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Joseph now to kick this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
I'm coming. Buzz. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Man, I got you. 58 to Mike.
On 4th down, Love. Now in desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.